goodness, I'm using my new stand. Quite flash, really. Very flash. Let's turn the light on. Just turn the heat on the pan, which you'll see shortly. I think I'm going to need a new gas bottle. Just going to put a little bit of oil in the pan, which you can't see yet, but you will shortly. And I'm going to cut up an onion and some of this bacon, because in my hot dog I mix bacon and onion together, fry it up, and that's my little garnish, which I'm sure a lot of you do. So just chop it up fairly roughly. It's getting cooked with the onion. To one side. My little trick for cutting an onion is, you see that's sort of the narrow side. I'll just get little wedge off there, and then you can stand it sideways and it doesn't move. Well, it does a bit, but then I slice my onion. I'm only doing a little bit of onion with 2 hot dogs. You like our onion, but I'll just throw that in the pan. I'll show you after I finish doing this video. I've got this fancy little stand that we bought for our camera. Now I've just got to learn how to use the damn thing. I think we're pretty good there. Alright, there's a little bit of olive oil in there. And some bacon in. The onions. Looks like when we have our hot dog, they will be a garnish. Okay. Now, these are the hot dog buns. They're a good size too. One each. Just give it a stir. Probably going to take about 10 minutes to cook, soften up, but we're not in a hurry. I just missed somebody, sorry, I wasn't looking, I just saw name. Okay, I'm still learning with the stand. Find it easier to move the subject than the camera. Hello Annette, you're always hungry about this time. Alright, these are a hot dog bun that we get. I like to cut them down the centre, like so. I'm sure people will cut them the other way, but that's what I do. Again, there's the bun, and I cut it down the middle. That's how I like it. They're the snaggers. Now there's 3, I think it's 3 sausages and 2 hot dogs. Well, big sausages aren't quite long enough, but I'll cut half of the little one up to make up the difference. Obviously. And we will have tomato ketchup. A bit of Dijon mustard on top when they're finished. Let's see if I can get the camera up here without messing everything around. No, this little stand's good, but you have to forgive me. Still learning. Not quite got it there. That's close enough. Let's just give them a bit of a stir. So yeah, instead of having just onions in the hot dog, a little bit of bacon and onion. Because we can. Put those hot dog rolls on a plate. the way. Now, I'm going to top up my tomato sauce bottle. In Australia we buy big bottles of tomato sauce. This is 2 litres. And I'll fill up this one, which is nearly empty, as you can see. Let's just do that. Sometimes you miss, like I just did, and spilled a bit in the sink. That's why I did it over the sink. Happens. No, I'm not going to show you. I'm embarrassed. No, I do it all the time. That's good enough. I should just, if you're talking, I apologise. I'm going outside with you shortly. Sit down and have a quiet drink while the rest of the food cooks. But I just used the big bottle to fill up the small bottle. Which is amazing, isn't it? So I can keep it wonder. Sauce back in the fridge. You say hello to everyone for that.
Hi.
Dishes.
Are you live streaming?
Yes. So that's where we're at. We're just slowly cooking. Yes, I'm holding the camera now. Or the stick thing. They're slowly cooking. Now, because they're about nearly halfway done, I will actually stick the sausages in there as well. Get them started. So there we go.
Barbecue sauce, not.
I have barbecue sauce. I don't have tomato sauce.
No.
You having some of this mustard on yours, Lobone?
Yep.
Yep. We'll give it to that. Might be outside for a little while. No, it won't burn. Put it on low. I'm never really always in a hurry to cook. A lot of people got to have their food now. It's got to be done now. This is on very low. So it will, oh, I'm not even showing you. There you go. I should go outside and have a cigarette, but don't tell anyone. Are you coming outside?
Yep.
So I've got this fancy stand that I'm using. Apologise for a moment. It's quite clever, though. It's got little legs on it that you can. Oop, I'm a bit too high. You've got to adjust it every now and then. That's not too bad. Quite handy, I think, when I do my cooking videos, if I don't move it around like I just did. Yeah, so sausages. These are beef sausages. They're not really hot dogs. I'm making it into a hot dog. Beef, sausage, onion, bacon. Can't go wrong with onion and bacon. Nice crispy hot dog bun. Well, it's not that crispy. Not soft or really hard, it's in between. Like most YouTubers. Bit of mustard and tomato sauce to finish off with. But it's winter here, that's why I've got a jumper on. It's about 21 degrees. Not cold, cold. It's not warm. But you get that. Now, if there's anyone there, if I've missed you while I was doing all that mucking around to start with, sorry. But now I can see you. If you put something in text, I'll be able to see you. I'll just give a yell out to the assistant sous chef. Can you just flick them onions and bacon and turn the sausages, please?
Yeah.
Work like a charm. Might even have a drink today. There's ponytails in the sky. Do you know what ponytails are? I'll show you. See the little streaks in the sky? Like ponytails? That's the first day I've seen them, which old school people will know. A couple more days of seeing ponytails means we'll get rain. That's if you're old like me. You know that rule. Pretty much always comes true. So what's been happening? What's going on? You didn't come here just to look at hot dogs, did you? Come here to gossip and tell stories. He did this and she did that. Did they? No. Pretty nice day, really. You know, if someone said, would you take this temperature all year round? I'd go, oh, I'd like it a bit warmer, if you don't mind. 27, 28 degrees Celsius would be nice. You don't need to look at me, I think. Put you on the sky, eh? See if I can get this bit right. Turn it around. Yeah, see them ponytails? They're just long streaky bits of cloud with moisture in it, and that's what we call ponytails. We get quite pronounced 2 or 3 days of that, and you're nearly as sure as eggs get rain, for sure. So we're having hot dogs. Well, having a hot dog. I don't know what you guys had for dinner. What did you have for dinner? I don't know what RC Buddy would have had to dinner, but I hope he didn't spill it on his pink tutu. Unless he's got a wardrobe full of them, it could be a bit awkward. Have I got live chat on? Let me check. Generally bugger this up. I think I've got it on. Oh, I just saw someone. Oh, that's Annette's message saying I'm always hungry about this time. It's funny enough, you stay up late enough, you've already eaten earlier in the evening, and then you can't sleep. So about 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, what I do generally is head for a bowl of cereal, because it's easy and it's not messy. But I know people order pizzas and make a full-on meal at 3 in the morning. I don't know how good that is for your stomach. But yeah, so not having a big meal today, just a hot dog, but it will be tasty. Kiwi, bacon and egg burger for dinner. Oh yeah, and bourbon for dessert. Might even have one myself. Might have a Jack D with a bit of Coke. Did you want a Jack Daniels?
Yeah.
She's hard to please, isn't she? Hello Riley, how you going? Milkway, how you doing, mate? Onions and mustard, please, definitely happening. I'm cooking a little bit of, I had a couple of rashers of bacon left over, so I've chopped up an onion and throw the bacon chopped up in there as well. That'll be the garnish for the hot dog. Oh, from 2 Aussie, yeah, he's a nice bloke. He eats a lot of fast food though. My goodness, he's going to end up being, you know, 500 kilo. We're going to have to wheel Aussie around shortly. He does cook. I seen him cook a Mariana the other day. And he cooked something else. But he does a lot of them food reviews from fast food places. I can't stand most of them, to be honest. I've eaten them, don't get me wrong. And we have them every now and then. Generally, when the kids come around, they'll just bring a whole swag of the stuff. And it's like, the burgers are a bit cakey, like a big scone. And I've never seen a burger that I've eaten that looks the same as what was on the wall. You know, when you walk into Hungry Jack's or somewhere and it's got this burger, onions, cheese, bit of salt, and it looks magnificent. Then you get your burger and you open it and so it looks like someone stood on it. I said, what's that? That's your burger, sir. Aussie 2. Riley, do you want to whack in Aussie 2's channel in the side chat? More than happy to do that. Good bloke. And Riley, isn't it nice that there's a lot of videos he does with his daughter? You know, him and his daughter sitting down eating a burger. That's really good, father and daughter. I'm just kidding, Aussie, if you're watching. I know it's your missus. Good looking piece though, nice woman. Could get away being your daughter, mate, let's be honest. You're an old fart like me. Yeah, I live in WA, Riley. Where are you, mate? Wouldn't live anywhere else, to be honest. Been around a few places in Melbourne. Yeah, it's not that I don't like Melbourne, it's just too bloody busy. Unless you're on the outskirts somewhere, it's a pain in the ass. All them one-way roads. I think I did about 4 left-hand turns once to get somewhere in Melbourne. It was only about 1 kilometre away. Can't turn right, can't turn right there, can't turn right there, keep turning left. Felt like I was being a snail, just going around. See, Perth was always well designed. They built the infrastructure before they built a lot of the suburbs. So if you're half an hour away from me in Melbourne, some days it could take me an hour to get to you. Here it'll take 15 minutes because you go off a ramp straight onto a freeway and off at the suburb. So we're pretty spoiled that way, and there's no bloody tolls, Riley. Thieving bastards in Melbourne and Sydney. Yeah, we just recently drove through Melbourne coming back to WA, and half the people are asleep and the other half are trying to go too quick. You try and pick a lane where you're not going to get killed. The northernmost part of New Zealand. It's called Hawaii. No, I'm only kidding. New Zealand's beautiful. Want me to go and have a bit of a stir and you can have a bit of a yak time?
Take it with you, I've got to show them.
Oh, you want to show them? Go and show them where it's at.
Well, you come in and,
Finish with you,
how you going?
I'm going to get an aspirin.
Love the new view. Yeah, it's the sticker I got him, and he kept forgetting that he had it. He's actually letting me cook. Look at this, he's letting me stir the food. Oh, sorry. I don't know if I had actually had it on the food. Uh-oh. Quick, put the utensils down. The chef's back.
That's all right. You're doing a good job. Well, I don't know where they're looking.
And I want the sausages dead and really burnt.
Yeah, she likes them, you know, basically thrown into a volcano.
Yep.
If I made it. You didn't turn one edge like you normally do.
I hadn't got to that yet. And
It's
I
outside,
put,
if you like.
no, I put butter on mine.
Oh, I don't want butter on mine.
And I also want cheese on mine, please.
Right. You want
Hey, Kiwi.
bit of sauce put down so the cheese sticks?
Yeah.
I'll put a bit of that on mine. Might grab a bit of cheese now.
Yeah, if you want to.
Yep. 10 or 15 minutes, that'll be right. Say when.
Hey, Milky. Yeah, no, let me cook.
What?
No, yeah, more. I love my cheese.
Want a bit of sausage with your cheese or?
Yeah, oh, yum. Look at that. Mm-mm-mm. Mm.
Go and whack a little bit of chilli on mine.
You can actually show them more of the yard with this stand.
It's easy to hold. When I first started doing it, I was picking
Yeah.
up, moving around too much.
Yeah, we're in Perth, Riley. If you were talking to us, yep.
Is this a little bit of the chilli sauce I had the other day?
Yes.
Bit of my homemade chilli. Stick it in. Homemade chilli sauce. You want to know how that is?
Hot.
No, it's not.
It-
It's hot.
It is.
She just looks at it and says it's hot.
Yep.
About 4 or 5 video backs. I showed you how to make it.
Bit of a butt view there, people.
We can come to read the extra about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And really low. You don't have to speed cook. We'll come back.
Yeah. Yes, today is a beautiful day. Perth itself is a lovely place to live, yes.
Bit cool overall though.
So, there, you can...
Tell you what I will do, for those that have been following, I'll give you a sneak preview of some of these older windows that we're going to be putting in a new extension. Just a sneak preview, because we've got them tarped up. Don't know what you'll see actually. Can you see any of that? A bit of an angle. They're lead-lined windows from about the 40s. And they're a sash window, which you pull them up. We've got to clean them up, sand them back, and paint them. Solid jarrah. That's just a sneak preview. They're about 8 foot long by about 5 feet high, and you can see the little dents in there. Either side is a window that you can lift up sash wise, and a solid window in the middle. Now if I was going to buy them new in a jarrah frame without the fancy LED lights, they'd be about close to a couple of grand each, and I'm not exaggerating. I've been everywhere in Australia, Riley, trust me, I have. But we got them pulled out of an old 1940s home, and we got them for $300 each, which is a bargain. Even like new aluminium windows, fancy new windows for new homes that size, be $1,200–1,400. Yeah, it's not that I didn't like Melbourne, it's just so claustrophobic, so busy, too many freeways and congestion. But as far as people, they're all right. Nothing wrong with Mexicans. We've got our plans, and I'll show you them after we have a hot dog. We've got our final drafted plans for the extension, and I'll show you on paper what it's going to look like. Nah, don't worry about the snakes and the spiders.
Change the gas bottle.
You got to change it?
I did.
All right. Just keep it on low though. I caught up with, I don't know if you know a lady on here called Blinky. She's from Victoria. We caught up with her and spent, I think, 3 days in Warrnambool. Bloody cold and wintry when we were there. But beautiful town, little country town called Warrnambool. Ate out a few times, very nice. Is that the only people I'm a little bit, don't like, a bit dubious of though, is South Australians. They can be a little bit strange, Riley. And I'm sure being a Mexican, you know what I'm talking about. Them crow eaters are a bit different. They're the only state historically that didn't have convicts.
You have to check in a second.
All right, will do. Got a little bit of chuck in there for me. Yeah.
Not on me, is it?
No, it's on the windows. I was just telling them about the windows. How we got a bargain. What do I mean, a Mexican? Anyone south of the border, i.e. Victoria, are called Mexicans. You're obviously not very old, Riley. That's an old term in Australia for Victorian, Mexican. West Australians are called sand grapers, because we've got 7 deserts. South Australians are called crow eaters. And in Queensland they're called banana benders. You're not that old, are you, Riley? You've probably heard them sayings, but yeah, so if you're in Melbourne, if we live in another state, I'll call you a Mexican. Not having a go at you, just what you are.
So we've got to point it down that way, have you? You just might want to go check. It's a brand new gas bottle, but it's nearly full and it's not.
No, he says I'm young. Yeah, no, Blinky's a lovely lady. We caught up with her. Spent a few days in Warrnambool. She's a really laid-back lady. Very kind, and had a ball with us, so we had a ball with her. It was good. We were going to get Vinny to come over, but he couldn't make it because he had some legal stuff to do. And there she goes, wandering off into the paddock like a little red-headed bunny. Check her out. Calling her like a kangaroo. Come here. Come here. Oh, she's coming. Come on. Come here. Come here. Come on, you little bugger. Come here. Well, we do have the propensity between Australians and New Zealand to take the piss out of each other, but there's no harm involved.
Oh, you might want to go check it now. Only because the gas bottle, it's...
Yeah, all right. Must be pretty close. If they're ready, I'll just make them up and bring them
No,
out.
leave mine in the fry pan.
Oh, right.
I did my mustard. Yeah, Perth city centre's busy, but it's still a nice city actually. Yeah, Melbourne is nice. I like Melbourne. I like the cafe strips too. Sydney's like that a bit as well, actually.
Right, it's going to be enough. Well done. Send me down for a while.
Right, you can just leave them in the fry pan.
Yeah, they're good. I will show the people that are interested our final plans. Yeah, no, I'll turn that over. Here we go. Now, best part of my Burke Street. Yeah, I've been to Burke and Flinders. This little bit here is actually the original cottage. All right, so you've got a lounge, bedroom, bathroom, kitchen. All right, but this back from here is the new additions. So we've got a new kitchen. The old kitchen actually just goes across here, but the new kitchen's going to be like this: bench, big walk-in pantry, my kind of pantry, big bugger. Office, but it's actually this door we've decided not to put on the outside, so it's just going to be brick, window and access through here only. It's another bedroom with its own walk-in ensuite, shower, bath, toilet, and that's our bugger down the back, where we've got plenty of room for the bed, walk-in pantry, walk-in robe,
How many pantries do you want?
shower, wash your teeth area, and go crap area, and an al fresco area. What you can see there, that galv garage, is that. That puts in perspective. So that's the final plans we have. The only thing we've changed is we're not going to have an access here.
No, we'll fix the laundry.
What we are going to do, where the laundry is now, this is the access in there. See you later, Riley. We've got enough room. Actually, that's the sink in the laundry, and that's the washing machine where it is now. We're going to actually move that washing machine over this side, turn that around to be horizontal against the wall, and we're probably going to put a door out here, because at the moment this is where the wife does her hanging out of the clothes. Only a technical, so not worrying about it now. We've got plenty of room down the back still. I can see where the shed is here. That's that. All right, so the building only goes a couple of metres further back, so you can probably see there's plenty of room down the back. Now we're looking at a good 10 by 20, 200 square metres down the back that's still available. And we're thinking maybe we'll build a cottage down the back. Bit of income, never know. Haven't really set our minds on that yet, but These are our final plans. So that's the old cottage. Basically, what you're looking at now is the old cottage. And then that's the new extension. So it's probably, in aspects, it's probably tripling the size of the house. So that's it. You happy with those extensions? I've just got it on you for the moment. Take it off me.
They don't need to see me.
Don't want it on me. I don't know if people are chatting. I've been talking. If you've been chatting while I've been talking, I apologise. And then all round the house we're going to pave. Probably where the shed is here. Probably from here towards the house, which is going to be about 12 feet. Probably grass that area. A man cave. What do you think that is? What do you think that is? It's 20 by 10. I'm a pretty big bloke, but that's big enough for me. So we'll probably have a little bit of real grass here, all the way around the drive. The house is actually going out to about there, and we'll have pavers all the way through there. Maybe put a garage on, like a carport, and we're thinking about putting a pool about there, so we can drown all the Boit people that need to be, you know, euthanized. I'll be telling them to come here for baptism, and they'll drown the little buggers about there. Well, I'll finish this and I will go and get mine. Did you want me to make yours up then?
No, just put mine in the pan.
Yeah, they don't need a good drowning, they need a good slapping, Roo. I mean, life is to be lived, not wake up every day and see who you can attack. I just can't believe the stamina some of these people fighting each other have. You know, they'll fight with anyone. If I took 2 or 3 of the characters away from Boit, those people fighting them wouldn't have them to fight with anymore, but it'd only be a week and they'd find someone else. It's an incredible waste of time. Anyway, if you haven't got one, I've got one. Cheers. Yeah, I'm sure you do too, Kiwi, and I know Roo does. Feel like, yeah, it's a monkey show with a lot of organ grinders, but they must be miserable bastards. Do you know what I mean? If this is the only life they have, socially, and it's just war, not much of a life, really. So for those people watching later, of the millions of subscribers we have around the world, being YouTube celebrities as we are, if you've missed it, I showed the house plans. So rewind a little bit, you might see them. But it's not cold and it's not hot at the moment, so it's about the best time of the year, to be honest with you. You're not going to sweat, you're not going to shiver. Every morning, every now and then does get a bit cool, but it's not too bad. I'll finish this and I'll go and get mine done. You can talk to him for a little while. I'm going to wander off and make a hot dog.
I will in a minute. Just wait it there. What are you doing? Sign language.
Have a natter with them. I'm going inside for a sec. Yeah, I think maybe not cowards, but they'd probably be introverts. They probably wouldn't say anything in real life. It's like sometimes social media gives people platforms they would never be like in real life.
Some people are like that in real life.
Hmm.
It's not all 100% act. There are people, the
I
way
know,
they are...
there's genuine arseholes there.
Yeah, because otherwise you would put us in that category.
I'm going to go make hot dogs. You're in
Keep
command.
walking. I'm in command. Yeah, our people, the way they act on YouTube, they are like that in real life. And then yes, there are others that act. With us, is what you see is what you get. Probably my big ass keeps walking in front of the camera. It's just starting to get a little bit cool now, actually. So what's everybody doing? What's happening? Oh my God, it's fucking American hot dog.
Are you ready? Actually, I probably have to use the camera. My hot dog is ready.
Oh, get your laughing gear around that.
Here we go. Onion,
Sits real close.
bacon, mustard, tomato sauce, bloody big roll, and in there are a couple of sausages. Whoops, turned out too far. A couple of sausages, well, one and a bit, underneath there. Now, should I film myself slobbering and slurping and...
Oh,
No. You're just going to have to imagine. Shall we take a bite, though?
oh, it's all, you gotta put it in.
Bloody beautiful. It's a big meal, actually. Big brum. Well, for some people it's a big meal. Some people normally say it's not big enough.
You want me to get you a serviette? I'll put glass.
Okay.
Probably good that you didn't film yourself
Maybe the
eating.
sink cloth. It is yum, though. I don't really like those processed hot dog sausages you get. They just don't taste like real meat to me. That bacon in with the onions to go. If you make a hot dog, make sure you cook at least a couple of bits of bacon in with the onion. Absolutely yum. Parents are coming to say good day before they go to bed. Green parrots, eh?
Yeah. Can't see. What's everyone? What time is it? Where is everyone? I don't know who's on there.
Do you want me to sit there?
I don't know who's on.
I don't know.
Oh, 6 thumbs up, 7 watching. How exciting.
No worries about thumbs up.
There's a bit of a different view. My chickens. I'll take you for a walk while Seeds is eating, because he can't talk. His mouth's full. Your weekend's just started. Back 2:30 a.m. Sunday morning. Oh, okay. I don't know if I can get it up high enough. Somewhere over there is Perth Airport. How exciting, taking around the backyard. All this has to be cleaned up. There's the old ball. We're pretty sure it's not connected to power anymore, but I'll check that when they dig all this up. You need to clean your phone. Yeah, I know. It's, what time is it here? It's probably about nearly 5 o'clock. So the old sprinklers that were connected to the ball. And I think this, obviously everyone who lived here before did some sort of garden. So I'm wondering if that's going more. Actually be, I've got a metal detector. 6:30 there. I have a metal detector. I should get it out and see, because we're talking a lot of years. I think this place has only had 2 or 3 owners. You're in the future, Kiwi. You have to tell us what's happening. One of the fruit trees, I can't remember what it is. Oh, look. A snail shell. Oh, I have a fossil. I should pick that up. Could be worth a fortune. This fig tree looks a bit demented. And I love our fence. I mean, I just love it. Oh, that picture looks pretty good actually of the backyard, just right there. That tree there, that one, sprats all these damn little things. So we have to, I don't know. We've been trying to kill them off. It's just amazing how quick those damn things grow. Look. And that is from that tree, which I can't remember what it is. We have to do all this. So when we get puppy dogs, they can't get out. And there's seeds right over there. Bit of a... And there's another hole, another stump that we have to dig out. Somebody lost a sock. It's not mine. See if the old boy's finished. See all these pavers? We're having a paving party. You're all welcome to come around and help rip them up. Yeah, those trying to grow. I know that they're lovely trees and they do attract birds, especially the black cockies, which are a protected species here. But man, I tell you, they just sprout their friggin' seedlings up everywhere. There's no birds in there right now. Yeah, so, I don't know. What I don't want is, like, we start doing the extension and bloody, it wrecks the floor of the house, you know? So they come up everywhere. Oh, there's my chicken again. And there's my gargoyle. It'll just be nice to get the yard done when everything's built though. Because we enjoy sitting outside, so it'd be nice to get some stuff done. So, what's today here? Wednesday. It's Wednesday here today. Are you done?
Yep, that was delicious. But I've had enough bourbon to drink, so I'm just going to have a can of soft drink. And I do love my ginger beer. This one's called Old Stony. Nice drop. I made my own ginger beer a few times at home, alcoholic, and it is very potent. Nice. There's not much to making ginger beer, believe me. Ginger, sugar, water, bit of yeast, put it in a big container and hope it doesn't explode. It takes about 8 to 10 days. Really, Bundaberg ginger beer is nice. But some people just don't like ginger beer as a drink. They'll go, ooh, don't like that. I think mine came out at about 11% alcohol. I tried reducing the sugars and I got it down to about 7%, but nice drop. Comes out like sparkling champagne. Slow cook in it. Well, about 11 days I think mine, roughly. Depends on the heat of the temperature around it. Normally put it in a big pantry out of the way, out of the dark. I mean out of the light. So it just bubbles away. Think about making your own ginger beer at home. The whole house smells like ginger. Which is not the worst thing in the world to smell like. Nearly time for the kookaburras to come. I wonder if they'll come tonight. But I'm full. That was a big hot dog. Yeah, it's all right making your own beer. A lot of people make it out of those tins you buy. I think they're about 10, 11 bucks. All different types. I used to do it for years, make my own beer. And I didn't like making wines, to be honest with you. Not a big wine drinker anyway, that's probably why. But some people are very good at making their own wine. Have a look at the size of that hot dog. I mean, it's the same size as her head. Check it out. What do you reckon?
Nice.
It is big. Some more green parrots. I wonder if I can zoom in and show you. Probably not. He's landing on the orange tree, a lemon tree. Bit of cloud around, it's a bit dark. You notice them green parrots are going into that fruit tree. I reckon they're starting to pick off the little mandarins in there because they're just little buggers. They just, it's like in my garden, they'll get the chilies and they'll shred the chilies, these little green parrots. And they do get vitamin C out of it, but they don't eat them, they just shred them. So it's probably just the juice from the chili that they get. So you're walking down the back fence. There's a couple there mucking around. Did you want another drink or you're right?
I'm alright.
I know you don't want any more ginger beer. She don't like ginger beer. Roughly around that area, there will be a pool, paving, big cover, maybe a bar. Of course, if we get a pool, I may get a pool girl. Any applications here that would like to be the pool girl? anyone's there. Oh, look. I said, I don't know if anyone's there. Yeah, that seems fair to me. Aussie Shooter says, I'll be your pool girl.
No, he can be my pool boy.
I think he wants to dress up.
Oh.
He'll just wear a chain bikini. A G-string chain bikini. That'll make the lengths work, won't it? Yeah, you have to have a fence. It's got to be a minimum of 4 feet or 1.2. But that's not too hard to figure out. Saw a nice pool online today. It's got a, starts off at ground level and just slowly works down to about 1.9, but like a beachfront, do you know what I mean? That wasn't too bad. I wonder if they'll give it to me for free. Or maybe I can get Aussie Shooter to make a chainmail pool. Might have to put a liner on it because I might leak otherwise.
Where's Aussie Shooter now?
He's there, the other side of this camera.
No,
He's down,
is he back in Perth?
oh, I think so. Yeah, so, yeah, the pool's not a priority, I'll be honest with you. Nice to have one, but as soon as you get a pool, you've got to clean the bastard, you know what I mean? Maybe I'll just have a big area for more beer. Forget the pool. Big fire pit. Yes, he would. He makes an ugly woman though, but still, got to have ugly women to make the pretty ones look pretty. Flavour? Champion Ruby, actually. Come over there. Moving locations. She wants the sunset. Well, if I said the famous word, Aussie, it's not having a go at you, but is it White Ox? That's an in-joke between me and Aussie. Yeah, that's, you get used to it. I mean, I used to bum a few smokes off the boys. And it depends how long they had it in their tins. Sometimes it's too dry, it's like smoking charcoal. But not too bad. Dreamweaver says, yeah, Port Royal's alright. I smoked it for a little while. A bit rich over a longer period of time. Champion's just mild. I mean, for the smokers in the room, I'm going to tell you, we just got back from Europe and I picked up a kilo box of tobacco, and I'm not kidding you, €17 converts to about 23 Australian dollars for a kilo of tobacco. We gave it away to a homeless guy when we left. Should have seen his eyes light up. But man, a kilo of tobacco here, that's 20 50 gram packets, that's $1,600 in Australia. 1,600 compared to 24 in Europe. We get screwed like you wouldn't imagine. It's sickening when you think about it. That sun there looks just like Aussie's sun, except he's probably got a bit of beach in front of us, or close to it. We're more closer to the river than the beach. It's probably 10k away, 15k I think, the ocean. And the river's about a kilometre away. We bought tobacco the other day, and what's that new one I was telling you about? 20 gram packet? I think it was $19 or something. I don't know what it is. And you buy beer in Australia, if me and Aussie went down the pub and bought a schooner each, 20 bucks would disappear. without batting an eyelid in most pubs, or here anyway. I had big pints of alcohol, $43 for 25 grand. It's a rip-off, isn't it? Big pints of all sorts of alcohol in Europe, and it was like $3. Unbelievable. A few staples are a bit more expensive there, like steak. We get it pretty cheap here, really. You can buy a kilo of rump at the moment, I think, for about 16 bucks. We've got a beautiful little butcher. We go over to Bassendean to a butcher there, and he's got some good stuff. Yeah, I mean, the truth is, and the statistics have been in for a long time, has she ever done a Viking knit before? Well, Mrs. doesn't knit, mate. Simple answer to that. Yeah. Yeah, they do. In Europe, we stayed near a few places where there were big matches on, like soccer and rugby matches that were going on. And all the boys would get pissed. They'd come into our hotel, go to the bar, drink 8 or 9 drinks, and then go to the game. Because buying a beer or anything in a soccer match in the UK, it's just ridiculous. It's like here, you go to, at one time, I think Aussie will remember, they were trying to sell pies at Subiaco Oval, which was the main footy ground here. $9 for a pie. Really? You can buy 4 for $5. And even at the Burswood, last time me and the missus went, they charged us $14 for 2 stubbies each. 28 bucks for 2 stubbies. I believe, my son says he's been back recently that they've dropped the price a bit, but $14 for a stubby? That's a rip-off. If you've been over east, I don't know if you have or not, but over east, the poker machines, they've all got different games and they're interesting. Here they're just boring as crap. 12 bucks at clubs. No, I believe Crown's not much better. Bob Hawke does like his beer, Dreamweaver, and I had one with him in Vietnam. Met Bob Hawke there. Nice bloke. Sad we've lost him. Never left Perth. Ah, well, you get your opportunity one day, mate. Yeah, good bloke, Bob. Rough around the edges, like most Australians. Now I'm trying to think how old he was. 2003, 16. He could have been 70 something when I met him. Actually, I've been watching a couple of them. Anyone knows James Corbin? He's a pommy bloke, English bloke. He does these carpool things. I watched one with Paul McCartney and him singing in the car. I just watched one not long ago of Celine Dion and James Corbin. Man, she's a pretty lady, but she looks really old. I mean, she's only 51. But in the car, she looked a lot older. Yeah. Pretty much a typical Aussie. Yeah, he liked his beer. He was one of the characters in the ACTU, being president, as he was, who actually could make conciliatory changes between companies and workers. He used to make it happen, used to make it work. And without a doubt, if Bob Hawke had been running in this election, would have been a different outcome. Yeah, he was the leader of the ACTU. there's one, he said himself, he said he wouldn't make a politician's arsehole, but he'll get things done. In other words, he didn't play games. Well, he did with Paul Keating for a while, but you know what I mean? Our Prime Ministers, when they leave office, as you'll find out with Tony Abbott, he'll be on $300,000 or $400,000 a year for the rest of his life. They get what they call a gold card. They can travel up to 8 times anywhere in the world, first class. Australian taxpayers pay for that. They're allowed X amount of spending money in regards to having like a private secretary. And this is when they're retired. Yeah, it's got to be good to get in the Kevin Wilson song. But our pollies, they reap it in. And it's sad to say, most of them, Bob wasn't one of them, but most of the politicians in my country and the US and the UK are basically failed lawyers. They all started off as lawyers or attorneys. And they weren't very good at that, but they're good with words, so they become politicians. You don't believe me? Check it up. Hello, Danny. Politicians make used car salesmen look good. Nothing wrong with a used car salesman, he's just trying to make a quid. They get paid bugger all. What's the white? Let's have a look.
I'm playing a game.
Just playing games. I think most of us don't really care, Kiwi. They're just cutting each other's throat. I think we've had 5 Prime Ministers in 6 years. And I have a feeling, if anyone does follow politics, even though the Liberal Party introduced a change of mandate that no one can challenge a leader for the term, that can be reversed. That nasty little bloke, I don't like him at all, Peter Dutton, you watch him connive over the next few months and years. He wants that job. But Australians don't take nonsense, because if you looked at the election result, Tony Abbott, the wanker from Warringah, the budgie smuggler, got his ass kicked in his own electorate. 2 terms ago, he had a lead of 28%, but they told him to go and get fucked. Seriously, Tony Abbott got the boot. Just like his predecessor, Mr. Eyebrows himself, John Howard. He got the boot from his own electorate as well. Anyway, enough about politics. In the old days, they would have put them to the stake and burnt the buggers. Let's flip it around for a sec. Say good day. Here we are. What is the time? Any idea?
5 o'clock.
5 o'clock. Blue sky.
Nearly.
Blue skies. It is 19 degrees. Nothing wrong with that. As long as the breeze doesn't kick. And actually the breeze kicks in more around where Aussie is. He'll be having it right now. No, exactly. Living in Mandurah, it's the same story. 3:30 to 5 o'clock. In comes the sea breeze. It drops the temperature down. Mind you, in the middle of winter, sea breeze actually makes it a bit warmer. All right, we might turtle off, eh? Go and do other things. So if you have been, and if you want to look back, I had this enormous hot dog. Bloody delicious. And a bit further past that, probably about 20 minutes ago, I showed you the extensions on paper, our final approved extension for architecture. It's on this video. If you want to have a look, go and have a look back. Hello, she's won some game. What'd you win?
3 games.
Woo, free games. All right, good people.